Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is MagicJoe and welcome to my very basic Redstone tutorial video where I hope to teach you guys the very basics with Redstone. So I'm going to first talk about the materials you'll need, and then I'll go into the basic contraptions that you can make from these materials, and then I'll show you guys how to craft all the materials that I've showed you in this video. So without further ado, let's begin. So what do you need when you start? What you'll need is redstone ore, which is found at the bottom 16 layers of the map. And a single redstone ore will drop 4 to 5 redstones when mined with an iron pickaxe or better. So when you mine it out, you get what you have in my hand right now is redstone. And you can place it on the ground like so. You can put it any way you want like this. You can't place it diagonally, like it'll just go into a square like so. And it does not go vertically. So to show you an example, it doesn't go up this wall, small wall here, but the only vertical it does is like so. When you place it like this, it goes up here and there, and then you go back down like so. So this is the stuff you'll need in redstone wiring. So moving on to your buttons, levers, and pressure plates. Starting with buttons. Buttons are pretty simple. When you press it, gives a short signal and then it stops. And so let's watch that again. You see it activating and then it stops right away. And so that was the stone button. Now with the wooden button. So when you push it, same thing, and it closes the door. What I've noticed is it actually lasts longer, the signal, like so. And you see here, it goes really fast. So that might help out in a certain situation. So yeah, these are your two buttons. And now moving on to your levers. What's different about the lever is when you push the lever down like so, it activates it like so, activating the door. And it stays on until you obviously switch it off. So let's see that again. Switch it, activates the door, and then switch it off like so, and closes the door. So now that's your lever, which is pretty simple. Now moving on to your pressure plates. Starting with your very basic one is the wooden pressure plate. And wooden pressure plates activate when you stand on them. Like so, it activates here, and it still activates because I'm standing on it. And it doesn't deactivate until I step off of it, like so. And another cool feature with the wooden pressure plate is if you put items on it, it actually activates it. So that's a pretty cool feature that I actually really like. So now moving on to the stone pressure plate. Now it's a little different with the wooden pressure plate because you can't throw items on it. It does not work. It only works with mobs, stuff like zombies, animals. If they step on it and they can activate it. So it works the same with a wooden pressure plate. It activates it until I step off of it. So that's your basic switches with your buttons, levers, and pressure plates. So now moving on to redstone torch. So what is a redstone torch? So we got a line here of redstone wiring. And if we place the redstone down like so, it will give a constant signal like you see here. And another information about redstone is the signal lasts for 15 blocks. As you can see here, this is activated where it's all bubbling, and you can see here it's not activated at all. And so I will tell you guys later how to fix that. But for now, I'm going to move on to pistons. So with the piston, here's your regular piston here, and we got a block right in front of it. And I got it hooked up to a button. So if we activate the button, activates the piston, pushing the block over to the left. And the piston retracts because we're using the button right now. And so the same thing works with objects moving up and down. The object will go up and the piston will retract and the object will remain floating in the air. And the same thing goes for right and left. It doesn't retract it back in. And to fix that, we use what is called the sticky piston. So you can see here we got the sticky piston and then the block here. If we activate the piston, the piston actually pulls the block in. Same thing goes for objects going up and down. So if you push the button, object goes up, and then the piston pulls it back down. Same thing goes for right and left, and up and down, left to right. So see that again, see that here, and so. So that's pretty simple. What you're going to use most of all is the sticky piston. It helps out in a lot of situations. So now moving back to Redstone. So I have a really kind of a cool contraption here. It's really simple. As you can see here, the lever is switched down, which is activating this redstone signal, which is powering this block, in turn powering the piston. As you can see here, it's pushed out. So when we switch this signal off, an interesting thing happens. When we switch it, this redstone torch actually activates, powering this block, which in turn powers the piston. So that's pretty cool. So you can see here, it's like a back and forth type thing. And as you can see, this redstone torch actually needs to be on a block for this to work, for the redstone torch to turn on and off like so. Because here you can see the lever's next to the redstone torch and it's not doing anything. It just activates both of the pistons. So this is a little thing you could be creative with. You could make like two doors. One door opens and another one closes, and vice versa. So like I said before, with redstone, it activates the redstone 15 blocks and then it stops. So how do we fix this? Well, we use an item called a redstone repeater. We could either put it behind the point in which it stopped or at that point. So you could put it here, here, or here, or you could put it here. You can't put it here, it won't work. So if we put it here, we break this redstone and we place the repeater down, it actually carries out that signal, which is very helpful when you want to carry on redstone wiring. And so another cool thing you do with repeaters is making a little contraption called a clock. So what we do here is we got a rectangle here set up, going in a circle. We got a repeater going in this direction, and then a redstone repeater going in that direction. So what we do is we put a redstone torch next to it, which activates the whole thing. Hang on, forgive me. Let me set time today again. All right, so how do we make the clock? So we go to this corner, and we want to do this really fast. We want to destroy the block. We want to destroy the redstone and place it back really fast. So like so. Oh wait, that didn't work. Forgive me. All right, so got it here. Ah, man, it's not working. Sorry, guys. Okay. There we go. So you got to put it down really fast or else it won't work. So you can see here, it's just a constant, it's going like just a constant loop going. So the cool thing you could do here is you could place a redstone block, redstone here, and then you could put a redstone lamp down, which it turns into like a strobe light kind of thing. Or you could put a piston down and just, it activates the piston. Wait, hang on. I think it needs to be like right next to it. Like so, which is actually pretty annoying. We don't want that. It's really annoying. So that's how you make a clock in Minecraft. And another thing you can do with a redstone repeater is what is called delay or ticks. So you can see here, you could actually move this portion of the redstone repeater. So this actually delays the signal going to the piston. So we can see here, this is regular, this is no ticks at all. And if we put it all the way to the last one, you can see it's right there. You can see it's kind of like 1 second delay. Like so, here and there. And so this is, so moving on to a bigger scale using the delay, you can see here, it goes delay, delay, and you can actually add on repeaters to increase that delay. So we could show you here, if we go up here, we activate it, it gets that zipper effect, which is pretty cool. You can make like a little bridge type deal or whatever you want. A little trap. Like so. So that's pretty much it with the materials that you'll need to make basic contraptions. There's other stuff, but that's another redstone video. So moving on to the first contraption, what we need here is a lever. So this could be in your house or next to a mountain or something, or whatever you want. You could be creative as you want. So you can see here, you place the the lever here, and if we activate it, it actually opens a secret door. And you can put anything you want in the secret room you want. This could be like a giant room, or it could be anything. You can see here, I used it for keeping my diamonds safe. What you could do is you could put some traps here so people don't end up getting to this. But that's another video, like I said. So it's pretty simple. Here's the setup I got going here. It's actually using one of the contraption I used for over there, like I said, with the redstone torch turning on and off. So you can see here, if I do this, I can take the switch off and the door remains closed. That is because of this redstone torch here. Hang on, let me turn this off. Toggle downfall. Oops. Alright, let's continue, guys. So moving on to one of my favorite contraptions is the drawbridge. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it before with other redstone videos. So here, if we switch it on, you can see that there's a bridge right under the lava. Like so. And this could be lava or water. It doesn't really matter. It's all in your personal preference. But this is my favorite, and you could actually set this up to a two-way lever. So let's say I activate it here and I move over here and I want to switch it back off. You could set up a lever here and it could turn right off. But for now, this is just a one-way type contraption. So here, you can see this goes here and there. And this is one of my favorite ones. And now moving on to a very simple, very simple contraption. This is a lighting system that I've made. As you can see here, the light is turned on. And it's on not because of this lever, but we're actually using a daylight sensor. And it actually senses the light, depending on the day, is how strong the signal is. So if we set time to night, you could see that the signal dies down to one more. So if you see here, actually in a couple seconds this one will turn off, like so. So let's say you don't want this to happen because you don't want mobs to spawn in your house. You could set this up to a lever and it just keeps it on for as long as you want. You see you turn it on and off. So that's pretty simple. So these are the basic contraptions that I've made that you guys can make in your world. So now let me get into crafting. How do I craft all the materials that I've showed you? So starting off with the very beginning thing is the stone button. Stone button is very easy, so is the wooden button. So with the stone button, all you need to do is take a piece of cobble, place it in the crafting table, and you get a button. Same thing with wooden button. All you need to do is put it wooden plank into the crafting table, and then you get a wooden button. Now moving on to the lever. What you want to do is you want to take a stick, place cobble right above it, like so, and then you get a lever. With a wooden pressure plate, you get two planks, put it like so, and then you get a wooden pressure plate. Same thing with cobblestone. With stone pressure plate, it's two cobble, like so with the wooden one, 2, and you get a stone pressure plate. Now moving on to redstone torch. Redstone torch is just like a regular torch minus the coal. So you want to take redstone and place it above a stick, and then you get redstone. So now moving on to pistons. This is probably the hardest one you'll make minus the repeater. So what you want to do is you want to take 3 planks, place it on the top like so. 3. And then you want to take 4 cobblestone, place 2 on this side, 2 on this side, and then 1 iron ingot in the middle, and then 1 redstone at the bottom. And then you'll get a piston. And now moving on to the sticky piston, which is pretty easy. If you got a regular piston, all you need to do is get a slime ball and put it above that piston, and then you get a sticky piston. To get slime balls, you want to find slimes, which could be found in either swamps or deep underground, below the bottom 16 layers of the map. So now moving on to the repeaters I've showed you. So with the repeater, you want to get 2 redstone torches, put it like so, and 1 redstone in between them, and then you want to get what's called stone or smooth stone. And you make this by actually smelting cobblestone. Put cobblestone in the furnace, and then you get smooth stone. And then you want to put 3 smooth stone at the bottom like so. Now moving on to the redstone lamp. Redstone lamp, you place glowstone in the middle, and then place redstone in this configuration like so. And now moving on to the daylight sensor. Daylight sensor, you want to take glass. To make glass, you want to smelt sand, and then you'll get glass. So we want to get 3 glass, put it like so. Nether quart, which can be found in the nether, place 3 in the middle, and then you want to take 3 wooden slabs and then place it on the bottom. Then you get a daylight sensor. So how do you get glowstone and nether quart? So if you haven't played before, this is for you guys. This is how you get into the nether. You want to make a nether portal like so. This could either be made with 10 or 14 obsidian. So here you go. And it could either be placed like this, or to conserve your resources, you could make it like so. Now you want to make a flint and steel, which could be made with iron and flint. You could literally put it in any configuration on the crafting table I found, and then you get a flint and steel. So you want to take your flint and steel, and you want to right click on the bottom here. Right click, and it activates the portal. Now you jump through it, and it'll bring up a load screen, and you are now in the nether. So to get nether quartz, it's pretty easy. They're like right here. They're found anywhere in the nether. So you just mine this out with the stone pickaxe, and you'll get nether quart. To get glowstone, they're usually found on the ceilings of the nether. They're usually found this right here, or way above, or literally right next to the wall. So it's pretty easy to find. Alright guys, so that's about it for this redstone video. If it was helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you guys push that like button. And if you guys want to see any more redstone contraptions, anything like that, make sure you guys put it in the comments below and let me know what you want to see. And then I'll put another redstone video up. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you push that subscribe button. So, I will see you guys hopefully in the next redstone video.